guys, welcome to another video of Dikshita's Memoirs, and today's topic will be discussing vision boards. I'm someone who believes in them wholeheartedly, and I have been doing them for the past 8 years, and many of my goals have come true, so I'm continuing the tradition as ever. But I did think, many people who don't want to explore this area, so I thought I'd make a video which will be a quick guide. So vision boards are visually appealing collection of pictures of your goals that speak to you, I'd like to consider, because if the picture which you select does not have any meaning relating to any goal, it's basically just a picture in a magazine. Unless you see yourself in that picture and think, yes, this is something I'd like to do this year, it will not work out because it's just a random picture on the internet. So whenever selecting pictures, keep in mind it should speak to you. Your vision board must speak to you about what you want to achieve, because vision boards every day, imagine waking up every day, looking at the board, and something goes on in your subconscious where you get the pictures to register in your brain, and you automatically align things so that the goals will be achieved by the end of the years. So yeah, that's how vision board works. Very simple, but yeah, it does take a lot of time because we need a lot of stuff to undo if we want to make a good vision board that works out. So let's get into making our vision board for the first step. So the first thing to do for a vision board is grab a book and a pen, because we're gonna do some auditing of our life, and that basically means you make two lists where you write down what all came true in this year, what all you have achieved even though it is small, and the only thing that the goal is that it should matter you. Whatever you have achieved, it should matter to you and you should feel accomplished. It does not matter if it's by the standard, if it's a big goal or a small goal. A goal is a goal if you think about it, if you want it to be, that is. So in the first part we write what all things we achieved and what all things we could not complete this year, so that we can get a better clarity on where we need to put in more efforts. And then after doing that, we move on to putting our life into categories. So mainly there are 4 categories, but you can segregate into subcategories too, like I would do. So the main 4 categories are health, finance, career, and some people go with relationship, but I prefer to go with lifestyle. And then there are subcategories where it's like your hobbies, events you'd like to attend, or things you'd like to accomplish in a different area of life. It may be friends or family, buying a new house, so all that. So once you're divided it in categories, it gets much easier to search for it. And after getting into categories, we write down what all we want to achieve in those categories. For example, in finance, it could be investing a certain amount or saving a certain amount for anything that you like. And in lifestyle category, it might be your personal growth, how you'd like to be, maybe finding a personal style, or gaining confidence through some things. And hobbies in subcategories would be like reading this many books or joining a new class. And health, I'd like to say, is the most important category. Health is where your body your mind and your mental health comes into play, how you consume, and how you live for the better. So those are the four categories, and you have to write down under each of them what all you want to achieve. The next step would be to go on Pinterest and make a board where you can collect all your visuals, and then we start the main part of vision boards, saving the images. And make sure whatever images you save are some things that call out to you, like where you see yourself being in the picture, whatever is similar to the picture, and you feel that yes, this is how I see my life. For example, in this picture, I'm thinking of journaling, scrapbooking, and I wanted to do that in the next year, more of it. So this picture called out to me, so I put it up. And then this picture speaks to me of personal style, and this picture is on how I like to spend, it shows here 30 minutes of skill building each day. So that's something I like to incorporate. And one trick that I'd like to share is when you click on a picture where it does not call out to you, even though, but you click on it and then you scroll, you will find pictures similar to it. This could be eating healthy for some, and for others it could be this picture, where it all is up to your own customization there. So it's up to you what you want to put on yours. But keep in mind, one mistake that many people do is put unrealistic goals all of a sudden, where you get intimidated by looking at the picture. You do not want to feel intimidated by looking at your vision board every day. It should be something is achievable. So my tip is to put pictures that really speak to you in your current life situation too, but you want to slightly better goals. So something like this, where the activity is being done, you're not just standing in the kitchen. Something like this, where you're cooking by looking through a recipe book, which could be very helpful as a goal. Now this is what I'd call something as unrealistic picture for me, because this does not speak to me in any way about eating healthy. It's just an aesthetic picture where a girl is lying with bed and breakfast, while this picture shows me that the activity is being done, and it's a very chaotic but organized kitchen. So that speaks to me. And keep in mind that vision boards are not just for aesthetically pleasing pictures. It can be aesthetic, that's a bonus, but there are some pictures which are very editorial, and those, if they match your lifestyle, well and good, but if they don't, then I would not suggest putting those pictures. Grocery shopping, this could be a good example to put it in. And if you want to start painting, this is a good example. If you want wellness, this is a good example. You just go and save it. The picture should really speak to you. It should have a meaning relating to your goal, or else it won't work out. guys, I'm ready here with my vision board pictures. Got it printed out. I actually printed them myself, and have some good music playing. I'm gonna play some good music to get me in the mood, because the energy you put out really matters. So also I got this cute little Pinterest picture printed out, and I cut it like this, and that's gonna be in the middle of the vision board. I'm just gonna cut up all my pictures and just figure out the layout later. And yeah, let's start cutting. Some tips I'd like to give while making or choosing pictures for your vision board is always choose pictures where you feel a connection to the picture, like where you see yourself being in the picture or in your future, and only then will the vision boards be effective. If you just put out a random Birkin bag or something, shopping cart, which does not connect to you or feel like you in any sort of way, it's just a picture at the end of the day. So make sure you choose the right kind of pictures where you see yourself working towards the future. Also, I usually end up liking a lot of pictures and saving them up in my Pinterest, and then I usually end up liking a lot of pictures, and I then forgot the word. And then I take it down to 2 or 3 pictures which really feel to me for the main goals, and other goals I just keep it minimal to 1 picture. But the important goals that I really want to achieve this year, I put 2 or 3 pictures, select 2 or 3 pictures where I can see myself, the action, result and the success of my future in the pictures. So yeah. Also, one thing I'd suggest is arrange your pictures in a very neat manner. You can do it in any collage app or Canva, and do not waste spaces like this. I'm sure, like, if I had arranged it better, organized it in a very layout manner, I'm sure I could have fit in 2 or 3 more pictures. So yeah, don't waste your space. So guys, the next day, and I also came up with the idea of making a Notion page for this year, because I cannot put everything in my vision board, like into getting into the details and subcategories of my goals. So I am going to create a system plan in my Notion. So that is another video. So I wanted to show you my final vision board. So this is my final vision board. So as I said, I've put a 2026 in the middle, my main goals in these areas, and then I just got into a collage mode, scrapbooking mode, and I just went with what layout feels natural to me. But I did keep in mind to make my main goals of this year in the center part of my vision board, so that it falls directly into my vision every day, and that those are my most important goals. The others are like from the bucket list. So yeah, this is how I make a vision board every year, and touch wood, it does work. So I can't wait for this year so that I can check things off from my vision board. Do share your versions of your vision board and tag me on my Instagram page at DEEKSHXPHA, and I'd love to see what you guys made. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Do check out my other video of my daily routine, of my daily ordinary days in Bangalore. Love you guys, and Keep watching for more videos. I'm going to be consistent this year. So yes, thank you for watching. You can check out my other video and the link in the information button. Bye.